Hey, my friends, and welcome to another empowering episode of Jackiee Oh. I am your host, Jackiee Oh. We have a powerhouse guest with us today who is breaking barriers in the world of tax preparation, financial literacy, and wealth empowerment, also known as the Texas Tax Pro. Hi, Dr. Rosie Thomas. How are you?
Hello, how are you? And thank you for having me.
I'm well. It's tax season. How are you?
Yes, it is tax season. I've been working from sun up to sundown, but I love it.
I asked that question because I'm a business owner, so I know I'm, scrambling trying to get receipts and papers and all that. And why do we do this? Why do we do this to our accountants and tax preparers every year?
Wait to the last minute.
Wait to the last minute and scrambling trying to find things. Okay, so let's just dive right into it. Tell us about Thomas Financial Services.
Okay, well, again, I am Dr. Rosie Thomas. I am the CEO of Thomas Financial. And Thomas Financial was established in 2009, long time ago. So we've been around for a while. I started out in tax preparation, of course, and then from there, I opened a full accounting firm. So I am an accountant, and now we offer business services such as bookkeeping, tax resolutions, tax preparation, business structure, and we do some mentorships.
Awesome. 2009. That's a long time to be in business. Most people don't even make it past 5 years. So kudos to you for that.
Yeah.
So let's just dive right into it. Give us some gems. We want some gems. What are three essential tax tips every individual or business owner should know?
When it comes to tax tips and making sure you're fully prepared financially for filing when it's time to file taxes, I always try to encourage business owners to hire an accountant. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Bookkeeping is key.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, like you were saying when we first started talking, you scrambling, finding receipts, trying to get things together. But if you have bookkeeping, you don't have to do that. It's already taken care of. So your accountant just have to pull your financial statements and file your taxes. They may have a few questions, of course, to ask you. But if you have proper bookkeeping, then of course, it makes it easy. Tax planning is very important when filing taxes. Mostly, the last quarter you get with your accountant, look over your financial statements, and we can see what you made, of course, what you have coming in, what went out, and kind of give you a projected amount that you may pay in taxes. So at that time, we are able to come up with strategies and different ways that you can write different things off in deductions to lower your tax bill. Another one
Mm-hmm.
is business structure. Structure
Mm-hmm.
is the key, like the key to everything. Making
Yeah.
sure if you are LLC, you're supposed to be a LLC, or S corp, you're supposed to be an S corp. But whatever that business structure is, we want to make sure that your business is properly structured, and that helps you save in taxes as well.
Right now, let people know how important is it to make sure that your business is structured properly, because people don't. I
Important.
think sometimes people don't realize that that's the most important part, to make sure that your business is structured properly. Like, make
Yeah.
sure you're going through the proper steps before you actually start a business.
Yeah. It's just like you taking care of yourself, going to the doctor, going to, the dentist, whatever, with our personal life, but in your business, you might have to make sure your affairs are in order. Because
Mm-hmm.
if it starts with the structure. Some people I meet, they're running their business as an LLC, and they paying extra taxes that they shouldn't be paying, because their
Mm-hmm.
business is not structured properly. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things. And then when you get into, of course, funding and things like that, if your business is not structured properly, you just, lost that funding
So,
opportunity.
so a person that has a small business, does everyone need an accountant? That's the question I was going to ask. Like, is it, you know, does everybody need an accountant, or
You don't, everyone doesn't need an accountant, but they need to have an accounting method.
okay?
So, and when I say that, meaning everyone should have everyone should know, whether they're doing it or someone else is doing it, what's coming in and what's going out. So you shouldn't, when it's time to file taxes, be like, okay, did I, what did I spend on my gas? Did I pay for marketing? Did I pay this person? Did I do this? You should sit down like once a week, annually, whenever, and put all those accounting methods in place.
And you said that planning is the key to all of that, right?
It is. It definitely is. If you are a small business, of course, and you don't feel like you're profiting enough to hire an accountant, there's things you can do. I actually have a planner that I help that helps the individuals that can't afford an accountant, and we'll get more into that.
Yeah, well, I was going to talk about that later, your planner that you have. So tell us, how can an individual or a small business owner like better prepare for tax season like throughout the year instead of waiting until the last minute, like I said, scrambling trying to get receipts and paperwork and stuff like that. What can they do like in the
Uh,
year, like throughout the year to make sure that they're not waiting to the last minute?
of course, making sure that they're keeping up with their expenses, their income, finances, keeping a spreadsheet, or sometimes it's so many apps now where you can keep all of that together.
Yeah.
So I would say not getting behind. I mean, it's so many apps where you could take a picture of receipts if at any time. So when you're thinking about it, if you have, an accountant, not an accountant, you should have some type of system in place where you can capture all of that and keep everything that you need. And then also, I would consult with an accountant, even if you don't want to hire one. Most of them do consultations, or
Mhm.
you can pay them to speak, speak and see if it's anything you're missing. But I would suggest because we all, as business owners, you focus and you good at whatever it is that you're doing.
Right.
Accounting is not for everyone. So if you don't know anything about it, I always suggest to reach out to, an expert to get
Yeah.
those tips and things, because there's so many strategies out here for us that people are not using. So
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok, YouTube, it's so now with the world and social media, is so much education out there. So just educate yourself as a business owner.
And that's something that you offer as well, right? Your consultation is
Yes.
something that you offer as well. So I know you have your coaching business.
Mhm.
How do you choose like who you want to work with? Like, is there like a certain thing that you do, or do you just how do you choose people that you want to work with your coaching business, and do you mentor as well?
Yeah, so I have a two-part mentorship program. I have the Thomas Tax Academy, which I educate business owners on different strategies and write-offs and just the basics of filing a tax return. And then I have the side where tax professionals, because we do have tax professionals wanting to start their own tax business. So we
Mhm.
give them the tools necessary, the blueprint to start and build a successful tax business. And so when people come in, I pretty much we do they book a consultation or discovery call. I speak to them, see if they're a great candidate, and then I'll start working with them.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like, how often is that something like an ongoing thing that you offer?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So let's talk financial freedom. What steps can a person take to be financially free?
Financially free. I would say invest. So I know some people are in the space and within their business where they are making great money. I don't recommend, and it's just me. I'm gonna speak for me and how um, I support financial freedom. I don't allow my money to sit in the bank. I leave just enough in there to pay the bills and different things that I need within my business. But I'm investing in different things, in real estate, silent partner, and other businesses to make the money run for itself, work for itself. And then I, I mean, I create different things. If it work, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I want to leave a legacy for my children, so when they get of age, they're they have their own house, they have different businesses that they can pick up that I have I have started. So That's the way I look at it. Just not having everything into one basket, to try different things and invest in different things, especially if you have the money sitting in the bank.
Yeah, you know what? I think that investing like these days and time is like it's everybody should be doing that.
Super easy.
Even I need to look into that myself because I'm not even like doing what I should be doing with the investing, but I think that everybody should be at least trying to learn about it if you're not doing it already.
I agree. And then
So,
also,
go
speak to
ahead,
your
go ahead.
financial advisor. A financial advisor can kind of tell you the different things that you can invest in and put your money in to, you know,
Right,
work for itself.
right. So tell us about I'm sorry, Legacy Builders.
Okay.
I
So
like that name, by the way. It just sounds like money.
yes, so I am one of the founders of Millionaire Legacy Builders. Me and my two business partners, which is Benicia Poole Watson, she owns her own federal chartered bank. So she is the bank. And I have my other partner, which is Dr. Casey Fox. She is huge in media. And then, of course, myself, I'm an accountant. So we all came together because we're all successful, but along the way, like, we didn't have the coaches. Back then coaching wasn't as popular as it is today. Like, we got to where we were on trial and error, so we wanted to join a force and join a network where we help other women achieve seven figures without all the roadblocks. So we have different women in different areas, niches, different things, and we just all come together. We help one another, and we have a cohort where we help women, making sure their finances are together, making sure, if they supposed to have a trust, give them that insight on having a trust and different things to set themselves up for legacy.
Oh, that's awesome. Like helping women. I love that. That's awesome. How can people like get involved with your program? Or is it something that
Yeah, so we are on Instagram. We do have a website. It's Millionaire Legacy Builders underscore. We right now we are accepting applications. We just opened it up on January the 15th, and we're interviewing. There is an interview process because we want to make sure we bringing in, we protecting the group and making sure we bringing in the right people. That's not going to gatekeep. That's going to help each other and make the organization look good as a whole.
awesome? That sounds great. Okay, so you are the co-author of a book. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So actually, two. I just recently completed a book with Master P. That one was really, really good. It's The Power of Wealth. And so I am talking about business structure, accounting, and how to obtain business funding.
How
And we have a lot of great authors in there helping you with building wealth.
how did that come about? How did you build a relationship to be able to co-author a book with Master P?
I
I was
know
saying, oh,
it's
I think that's good. My daughter's like, who is Master P? I'm like, listen, because she's Gen Z, so she doesn't know who Master P. But I was like, look, Master P is a business mogul. So if you don't know who Master P is, you better look it up.
yes,
So
yes.
how
So
did that come about?
network, like, it's a lot of people. I get so many recommendations. So someone recommended me to Master P to join the book as a co-author. So I guess one of his team members, of course, was looking at my profile and kind of knew my business partner too, which is Dr. Casey Fox. And so they invited us to co-author with Master P. I was able to sit alongside of him, talk to him, get tips from him. The guy is a genius. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was doing that book and with Master P alongside the legend was a great experience, and I put my all into it. So if you don't have it, you need to copy it. You need to get it.
How can they get your book? How can they get
On my
that book?
Instagram, it's my Instagram is Dr. Rosie Thomas, and in my bio there is my link tree, and there's a link to purchase the book.
There's another book also, right? You
Hmm.
have another book besides that book that you co-author with another. Who
Uh-huh.
else did you?
It's tax strategies for small businesses. Right now, it's
Mm.
one of the Amazon's number one sellers. So I'm proud of that. And of course, it teach small business owners different tax strategies and how to save on taxes.
Wow, that is a big accomplishment to be on the number one sellers list on Amazon. Did you say?
Yes, it's on Amazon, and you can get that book by going to my website. I mean, to my Instagram and my bio as well.
Your Instagram. Okay. So let's talk about your planners. I know you have your planners that you offer to. Is it for women or is it just anyone that?
Anyone. So I have it's a tax planner, and with the tax planner, it is loaded with so many different tax tips, budgeting, mileage tracker, and then I have for each month it has a list of tax deductions and expenses. So a lot of time as business owners, they don't know what they can write off. And so I
Mhm.
give you a guide for each thing that you can write off, each item within your business. So it's for personal and it's for business. And then on the personal side, it's going to give you tax prep tips. And so you can be fully prepared to file your taxes at the end of the year. So each month is loaded with so much, so much information where you can keep up with your books. So if you are one of those people who cannot afford an accountant or a bookkeeping
Mhm.
service, this is the
Mhm.
book for you. You'll be able to keep track of your income as well as your expenses and your mileage.
Awesome. How long did it take you to come up with like a planner? Because I know that's a lot of work. Like putting the planner together is a lot of work. So how long did it take you to put the planner together?
It took a
And
while. I had the vision. It took me about a year, to be honest, because you have to make sure the printers, like if you see it, like it's well put together. It has the gold wiring. I mean, it has the fall. It's really nice. Like I have a volume one, and then I have a volume two. The volume one is a larger size, and the volume two is a little small, compact, where you can put inside of your purse.
oh,
But
that's awesome.
yeah, it did take a while, and with my business clients. So if you hire me as an accountant to do your bookkeeping, tax preparation, and business structure, it comes in your welcome kit. So it's free for my business owners.
The one that you put in your purse, you're saying the smaller
Yes.
one.
Yes. They get to
That's a
choose which one they want.
That is a good idea. Like, I mean, I'm used to seeing people have like the bigger planners or whatever, but the smaller size to put in your purse, that is a genius idea. I didn't know. I've never seen one like that. Like, not. I know back in the day, you used to have the big, the little calendars that you put in your purse.
Yes.
You remember those
Yes, I
little
do.
calendars that you put? I used to have one.
Phone book.
Put the little calendar in your purse. But that's a good idea. How can a person get like that planner? I need to get that.
In my bio, everything is in my bio from um, booking a consultation, from tax preparation, bookkeeping, and or anything that you need as far as purchasing the books or the planner. And it's Dr. Rosie Thomas is Dr. Rosie Thomas on Instagram.
Okay, so if a person wanted to get into what you're doing right now
Mhm.
without giving away your business plan, how can a person get into like, what you're doing, you know, as far as your tax business?
Wanting to start their own tax
Yeah, if a
business.
person wanted to start a business like that, what would they do?
Okay, so
Or
most
what
people,
advice would you give them, I should say?
oh, what advice would I give them?
Mm-hmm.
A coach. Your coach is definitely the cheat code because your coach can give you everything that they have. When I talk to my coaching students, I notice their year 2 is like my year 10. So you skip all of the roadblocks and the ins and the outs and you get straight to business. So that's my thing. I'm a coach and I have a coach. Having a
Oh,
coach or a mentor is definitely the
yeah.
cheat.
Yeah. So do you offer mentor services or you offer
Yes.
mentor services as well? Um, Everyone needs a mentor, I believe. They're like, no matter what field you're in, everyone needs a mentor. So can you share some success stories that you've had, like since you've started your business? So because you've been in business since 2009. So I know you have a lot of, success? Because 2009, most businesses don't last that long.
No, I have. So, of course, when I started my business, I still had a 9 to 5. I was still in corporate America. For the first 10 years, I was afraid to leave my job because I was worried about the benefits, the security. So I was trying to do both. So I was making well over 6 figures in my business, but still going to work every day. And
Wow.
so 6 years, 7 years ago, I was pregnant with my third child and I just couldn't do it. Like being pregnant, going to a full-time job, running a business. So I decided to leave my job and go Thomas Financial full time. 2 years into it, I went from making like 300,000 and then I made my first 7 figures. Just
Wow.
leaving my 9 to 5 and focusing solely on my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And
didn't
you've been doing that with your eyes closed ever since. Right.
and I keep going and keep going. I do have a team. I mean, you can't do or run a successful company without a team. So I have a team of coaches, a marketing team, bookkeeping team. So I do have a team. I don't do everything. I know how to do majority of it, but my team actually comes in and play a huge part into the academy and to running the business. So that's another tip that and I'm big on that when anybody I mentor, like you can't wear every hat in your company. So I'm big on
Exactly.
delegating, and
You need a you need a team.
you do, you do. And so when I hired the team, of course, I was able to continue every year making my 7 figures, even though I was paying out. Because at first I was afraid, like, okay, I don't have this and I don't want to spend this. But when I delegated, you see, I'm offering multiple services. I'm able to
Mhm.
run a full business.
Right. Listen, if you need a mentor or a person that's doing the damn thing, you need to contact Dr. Rosie. I'm telling you, because just hearing her story alone is motivating to me. So I know it would be motivating to, other women who are interested in the tax business or, doing something that similar to what you're doing right now. So, many people fear taxes and financial planning. What are some common misconceptions you like to debunk? Like, what are some things you like?
If you owe, like I notice a lot of people just don't file because they know they owe on taxes. Like, I'm not gonna file. You need to file. Even though you owe the IRS, there's so many different programs out. There's offering compromises, there's payment plans, there's so many different things and options the IRS have available for you. So if you owe the IRS, don't run because you can't run from the I, the R, or the S. There's no
Exactly.
for you. So that's one of the things that I notice, and they'll call me when they're in trouble. Because the
Right.
IRS will lock your withholdings where you can't change it or try to levy your bank account or take your home. So before it gets to that point, just take care of it. Um,
Yeah.
I see that a lot. Other misconceptions I notice hiring your kids. I know a lot of people hear about it and don't think they can do it. If you have a business and you have kids, you can definitely hire them, pay them, and the money that you pay them is tax free.
Now that's interesting. Can you go into details a little bit more? Can you give us a little bit more gems?
Yes,
Like
of
we just
course.
need just a little bit more.
Yeah. So
Just a little bit more
for
about that.
me, my kids, instead of me just giving them money all the time, like they have to work for it. And then of course I'm building generational wealth. So you need to know about the business. So I give them actual tasks and things to do in my business and I pay them. As long as you pay them under the standard deductions, they don't have to file taxes and you don't have to pay taxes on the money that you paid them. So
Mm-hmm.
I pay them both 14,000 a year.
Mm.
Give them a W-2. Of course, they don't have to file it because they made less than the standard deduction. And of
Mm.
course, I report it as payroll when I file my taxes.
What age? Like what age? I mean, is there a certain age that your kids have to be?
As long as they're old enough to work, you can pay them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So my
Well,
15-year-old, he
that's some gems right there. Got it. Okay, so what mistakes do you see new business owners make? Like, what are some mistakes that people make?
not structuring their business properly. I see that all the time. I'm big on funding. Um, and then more than anything, let's talk about this. Writing everything off on your taxes. I see that a lot. Like they just go crazy and write everything off. And by the time they're done and try to purchase a house or get a loan, they're looking broke to the banks.
Mm,
Like you can't do that. And it's
mm-hmm,
so many different deductions and write-offs that you can use that will still go into your net income. And only
mm-hmm,
a professional would know that. But I see a lot of business owners writing off everything so they don't have to pay taxes. But then it bites you in the butt when you get to purchase a home or you want to get into funding. It's cheaper just to pay the IRS because there's so much funding out here for us
mm,
business owners and home loans and different things that you can do to purchase investment properties and different things. The money that you paid the IRS, you made that 3 times just by reporting the proper amount of income to the IRS. So that's one of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make. It's just
mm,
writing everything off on their taxes.
mm-hmm. So yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Mhm.
So, so what advice would you give like inspiring entrepreneurs? Because you've been in the business for a long time. Like, what advice would you give them?
Don't compare your day one to someone else that's been in the industry or whatever industry or entrepreneur. Don't compare your days to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else's success may be different from yours. Take your time. Ride your own way. Do your own thing. Because social media can really, really make things hard for you and depressing because you're trying your best to get to where other people are. And a lot of times people are posting, I don't want
False,
to
false narrative.
false information. You can be whoever you want to be on social media these days.
Yeah.
You get them.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I make eight figures. I don't make eight
Wow.
figures, but you
Right.
don't know that,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
I would just say, take your time, um, and continue to strive. Like, don't give up, and don't compare yourself to no one else.
Right. That's what I always say. Don't compare yourself. Your journey is your journey. Don't compare yourself to other people. Like, and give yourself some grace. You know what I mean?
And keep
How,
God first.
right. Be diverse, you say?
Keep God
Keep
first.
God first. Of course. Of
Yes.
course. Of course. How can a person get in touch with you if they would like for you to be their mentor? Like, are you open for
Yes.
mentorship right now?
I have a
Because I know
wait.
you're busy.
I will open back up March 1st because I don't try to do too many things at one time. Right now,
Yeah.
it's strictly taxes. Uh,
Yeah.
so I will open, I have a wait list and I'll open back up March 1st. So if you need a mentor, I mentor in all areas. I build business. I don't know. God gave me a gift and I'm going to continue to serve. When I say I
Awesome.
can build a business, I can build a business. I have an eye and a brain for building a business. Like I can structure anything and help you increase your revenue. So if that's something you're needing, you need a mentor, definitely contact me. My again, my Instagram, Dr. Rosie Thomas. On Facebook, I'm Shatanya Rosie Thomas. My website is Thomas Financial LLC.com. And if you need my phone number, it is 469-652-5318.
Okay, now she's giving out the phone number, so there's no reason why anybody should be like scrambling trying to figure out their taxes this year. Like you all, if you need a tax person or an accountant or someone that's really knowledgeable about this business, please contact Dr. Rosie Thomas. You know, she's not a Dr. Rosie Thomas for nothing. Like she already told you she's been in business since 2009. So we already know that you know your stuff, girl.
Then what?
So, once again, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you. Like, give people your social media handles again. If you have a website, let people know your website. People that want to be in your mentorship business, let them know how you already gave them the number for, I mean, you already told them how they can do that, but just give us all your information so people will know how to get in touch with you.
Okay, so it is Dr. Rosie Thomas on Instagram. That is Dr. Rosiethhomas. Facebook is Shatanya Rosie Thomas. I'm also on TikTok as Dr. Rosie Thomas. My phone number is I'm gonna give you my cell phone, 469-652-5318. And if you're needing and you want to talk to me, schedule a consultation or discovery call, just click the link in my bio and you'll be able to schedule a call with me, or go on my website again, thomasfinancialllc.com.
Awesome. It has been a pleasure. I mean, a pleasure talking to you, Dr. Rosie Thomas. Um, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for giving us those gems, and letting us know what we need to do to get ourselves in order for tax season, because tax season is upon us, like right now. Oh, one other thing I wanted to ask, like, I know they're saying, like, I know this is kind of like a really like fresh question, but are they really gonna try to do away with income tax?
I don't think so. I don't see how they're going to be. How the world going to? I mean, we pay taxes. Taxes run the world. The reason we pay taxes is help different things. I just don't see it happening.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, only time will tell. But I honestly don't see them getting away with income taxes. No way. It's no way.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Rosie Thomas. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Oh Jackiee Oh. I am your host, Jackiee Oh, and it's been a pleasure.